Hello and welcome back to FinExPros. Today we've got Excel functions that are not only incredibly useful but also super easy to understand. The Count, Counta, and Countblank functions. Before we dive into the details, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. If you find this video helpful, please share it with friends and colleagues who might benefit from our content. Your support means the world to us and it helps us grow and create more valuable content for you. Now let's get started with a basic concept. Counting. We use counting every day in various aspects of our lives, whether it's counting money, the number of people in a room, or the items on a grocery list. In Excel, the count function serves a similar purpose. It counts the number of cells that contain numerical values within a given range. To illustrate, let's work with a straightforward dataset. Imagine you are a sales manager and you aim to monitor the sales totals above $5,000 for your sales team. If each team member reaches $5,000 or more in sales, they qualify for a bonus. However, if they don't, their respective cell will indicate shortfall. If a team member is on leave from work, the cell will display LOA, leave of absence. Here's a dataset for 10 salespeople. Now let's say you want to find out how many of your team members sold more than $5,000 for the past month. This is where the count function comes in handy. In our current scenario, we have just 10 salespeople, making it easy to see in the Excel table that 8 out of the 10 qualify for a bonus. However, what if we have 50 regions, each with 10 salespeople? Counting how many of them qualify for the bonus would become considerably more challenging. This is exactly where the count function proves to be incredibly valuable. In Excel, the count function is used as follows: equals count. Select or type the range. In our example, you can enter equals count B2:B11 to determine the number of qualified sales amounts within the range. The count function examines the range you've specified and calculates the number of cells in that range containing numerical values. When you hit enter, you'll get the result. It does not include empty cells or cells with text. In our case, it counts the number of salespeople who met the bonus threshold, disregarding the cell for Emily, which contains text, as well as Irene, who did not meet the threshold and is marked as shortfall. In our example, it's 8 because only 8 of the sales team have achieved the amount recorded in the dataset. The count function can be useful in various real-life scenarios. For instance, if you're a business owner, you can use count to track the number of products sold in a given month. Or if you're a researcher, you can use it to count the data points that meet certain criteria in your experiments. Now that we've mastered the count function, let's explore Counta, a versatile tool that can count all data within a range, regardless of whether it's numerical or text. In our updated scenario, imagine you're a project manager overseeing a critical project with various tasks and team members. The dataset represents these tasks. They are assigned team members, task statuses, and any additional comments. Some cells have names, others have statuses, and few have comments. In Excel, you can leverage the power of Counta with a simple formula, equals Counta. As you can see, I have a data table here with various tasks, assigned team members, status, and comments. Some cells are empty, and we want to count the number of non-empty cells using the Counta function. To use the Counta function, click on the cell where you want the count to appear. In my case, I want to count the non-empty cells in the status column. So, I'll click on the cell where I want the result. Now in the cell column C in row number 12. When we type equal Counta, a box appears briefly explaining the use of the function. In this case it reads, count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Next type C2:C11 or select the range of cells you want to count. In this case, I'll select the entire status column and hit enter. There you have it. Excel has counted the non-empty cells in the status column. We have a count of 8. So the Counta function counted all the cells with a value or text, and even those with comments, as long as they are not empty. Let me give you a quick tip. The Counta function can be quite useful when you're dealing with data that might include missing values or comments, just like we have here. It's an excellent way to promptly determine the amount of available data. Now that we've explored the count and Counta functions, let's dive into the Countblank function. Countblank is a valuable tool for counting the number of empty cells within a specified range in Excel. Imagine you're a teacher keeping track of your students' homework submissions. You have a list of 10 students and want to determine how many of them didn't submit their homework on different days. You've recorded their submissions using submitted for students who turned in their homework and left cells empty for those who didn't. Now here's your data set. In this scenario, you want to know how many students didn't submit their homework on the different days. The Countblank function can help you with this task. In Excel, you can use the Countblank function like this. Equal Countblank, select or type the range. In our example, you can enter equal Countblank, type B2:11 to determine the number of empty cells within the specified range. The result in this case is 13. So 13 empty cells within our dataset represent students who didn't submit their homework on the various days. The Countblank function can be particularly useful in tracking data with missing values, such as homework submissions, employee attendance records, or survey responses. It streamlines the process of counting empty cells and is a valuable tool for data analysis. In summary, Excel's Count, Counta, and Countblank functions are invaluable tools for simplifying data analysis tasks. Whether you're managing projects, tracking attendance, or analyzing data, these functions streamline the process. By mastering these Excel functions, you'll be better equipped to handle various data-related challenges in your personal and professional life. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful content. Until next time, keep excelling.